Hello, I'm Dean Wands and this is the Raith Rovers Club podcast. Joining me this week is Kyle Wands. How are you, Kyle?
Not great.
Tuesday night, for goodness sake. I'm sure you'll be over it by now. Also joining us this evening is Matthew Sugner. How are you, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good stuff. So let's start off with Saturday. Raith Rovers 2, Cowden beat 2, so a bit of a disappointment, but to be honest with you, I think we kind of just got away with it, don't you think?
I think a point was a fair result on the basis of the whole game. You know, both teams had a lot of chances. It could have been about 5-5, but as it was 2-2, and it wasn't the result we were hoping for, or what we predicted last week. But
it certainly wasn't that. But you know, I think the two managers, listening after the game to him, I think they probably summed it up absolutely perfectly. I think they said it was a brilliant. It was a good. In fact, it wasn't a brilliant game. It wasn't.
It was a game littered with mistakes.
Yeah, it was a bit of a cup tie second half, but you know, it wasn't bad. I mean, I think we're going to start off. Let's start off with where we could have won it. Two strikers. So we've got John Baird and Gregory Taddy. Going through some of the chances there, we had a couple of great chances. We should have won that game.
Baird won just after we equalised. Walker swings it in. He comes in, left foot, puts it wide. Oh, so much space. He could have brought it down.
He really should have scored that one, and he knew that. I mean, I thought he wasn't going to get off the bar once he climbed up onto it. I thought he was just going to bury himself in the pitch. He knew he should have scored that, and he knew at the end of the game he should have scored, because you know he had his head in his shirt. He knew he should. He probably should have had a hat check in the first 15 minutes. The amount of chances, one-on-ones. He's just not scoring them.
You'd think he'd have a bit of confidence. He's bagged 11 league goals this season, you know.
And I think everything, you know, all the plays coming through him, it's all the best, you know, the best moves of the game are all started by Johnny Baird.
His touch just wasn't there on Saturday, though, was it? His touch just wasn't there.
It wasn't for everybody, you know what I mean? I say that to you as well. The most consistent performer this season for me has been Alan Walker, but, you know, on Saturday he couldn't control one ball. You know, it was just the basics. Just stop the ball, you know, pass and move. It just wasn't there at all.
I mean, you can get through games maybe one or two players having a week off game, but that game it seemed like it was 11 players on the pitch having an off day, you know.
Yeah, it was disappointing because I thought after we equalised,
we thought we'd go and push on. It fell flat again.
Yeah, we just started that. Just
like Cowden Raith coming on to us again.
Yeah, just rocket the ball through the middle of the field all the time, just onto Taddy's head, and you know, it just wasn't working at all.
But we should have went ahead towards the end of the first half anyway, to be honest, because you had the one where it came over the top and Walker volleyed it.
Yeah, it was in the first like 5 minutes,
Yeah,
it was actually quite early. And
really?
No, the Walker shot where he had the yards out, yeah. Although when I see that on the video,
I'm talking about the one where
it was going to go in. I think, you know,
where he volleyed it, where like side foot and then didn't the keeper save it? Or was that the Baird one? Like a couple of minutes later, came over the top, Baird hit it like the exact same angle and missed. And
there was so much chances, the video couldn't get them all in. And the Rovers video, I mean,
we've said this so many times before as well, because you know how often is it we get to half time, a couple of great chances, 0-0, and then come out for the second half, and then either, particularly at home, going a goal down, and then just chasing the game all of a sudden. I mean, you know, for the last couple of weeks, you know, we got the equaliser against Falkirk, and then we let it go again. We were comfortably beating Dundee, and then you know they go back and equalise. And you know it's happened all season to us when we look like we're going to go on, we don't take our chances, and then look what happens.
We need to go out and get early goals against the weaker teams, because they're just going to sit for the first 20 minutes, wait to pick us off, and then see what's happening. It's not like Cowden Raith, who just sat and defended, got one chance with that offside one, he got a bit of confidence, came on to us, you know. We just completely look shaky at the back again when teams run through the middle of us.
Before we get to the defence, because obviously that's going to take up quite a bit of our time, Cowden Raith. Apart from I say at one point their bench looked like a hospital waiting room at one point with Colin Cameron and Stevie Crawford and Lee Mako sitting there. I thought it was just, you know, the Zimmer frame 11, but you know, in fairness, they actually did some pretty decent stuff, and you know their number 9 looked pretty sharp, and you know they created some really
a couple of
chances.
decent midfielders. They did. Fair play, Jimmy Nicholl. He's turned that team around.
He has turned that around, because the last couple of weeks they drew with Dundee, they drew with Falkirk,
beat Ross County at Central Park.
Exactly, so they've got a great chance of staying up in the division. But you know, I still think we've got to say it's 2 points dropped, because it was a home game against a weaker side. and you know
that's us drawn against Cowden at home and got beat by Stirling at home. You can't do that. You need to pick up maximum 12 points against both the teams that come out of the. You got to start the defence. You got.
It was the worst defensive performance for quite a while. I mean, Mark Campbell was talking about Partick Thistle, but this is beginning to reoccur too much at the business end of the season. I mean, there's no doubt that on Saturday that was really poor. I mean, I'll hand it to Grant Murray because, you know, as the captain, you could see he was pretty distraught. He knew he should not have backed off that bar. He got caught in the box. He looked like he was going to lunge in for the ball, and then he got caught. But then he's went up the other end of the pitch. He's got a goal. The pictures are on the Facebook site, so it did cross the line.
Did it?
Yes.
You couldn't see the video, could you?
You know, but you know the ball did cross the line, and you know, fair play to Grant Murray. But you know, then
that's the only decision the linesman gave the whole game.
Why could he not just header the ball away for the goal though? Why? He just got punted up.
He tried to take it. He tried to get over the guy. Completely
can't even just header it. He just tried to like take the boy out.
He completely misjudged the flight of the ball. And that the big number 9 turned him, faced him. That's what happens when our defenders are faced one on one. They back off. They're too slow. I think they're too slow. 30-year-old, 32. How old are they?
Willie Dyer played not too bad, considering he's not played for a couple of weeks. I think he looked a bit shaky first 10-15 minutes. Remember we knocked the ball out for a corner. How many times did we do that? He knocked the ball out for a corner when obviously him and Murray failed to control it, and then Andy McNeil
almost put it in his own net.
And he put it out for a corner. I mean, at one point I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? I think there's going to be an inquiry after this game to find out if someone called A. McNeil hadn't just set up an account with William Hill, you know, just fixing matches. Because at that point we were determined not to win that football game. It was ridiculous at one point.
You can't put all the blame on McNeil for the pass backs.
I'm not.
I mean, the amount of pass backs that go to his left foot, or the amount of pass backs that hit too hard, or the amount of pass backs that hit too soft to give the striker a chance to get in it.
He does panic. He does panic. And he goes, you know.
Yeah, we still pass the ball back to him all the time. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, after a wee while, you could see towards the end of the first half, it was getting to the case where, you know, they were knocking it back to Andy, and the whole back four just turned their back on him. So it was a case of just hoof it up.
And what about the one after he scored their second goal, and Campbell played it back to him like it was about chest height?
Yeah,
he just volleyed it.
He volleyed it out to about the corner 18-yard box, and everybody's going absolutely nuts. But I mean, in fairness,
you can't blame the keeper.
You can't blame the keeper for that one. But I mean, what he just went through, I don't think he was really wanting the ball back. I mean, apart from that, I didn't actually think he touched the ball after they conceded the second goal, purely on the basis that no one wanted to go backwards anymore. That's what I'm saying. Why did we go backwards for 70 minutes in that game? You know,
everyone's wanting pass to Wilson. What, so you could pass those for Wilson to do a pointless wee chip all the time? Pointless chips.
In fairness, the last couple of weeks he's been quite poor. I thought he come in, he got his place back in the team again, but he's really struggled. I mean, I think we've been kind of saying, you know, I was hoping that maybe Laurie would be back on the bench.
I think he's out for the season. I think Mark Campbell should be dropped. I love Mark Campbell, he's a hero, but the last few weeks he's just looked completely
I just think it's difficult to drop him because he acts as a target man for the free kicks and corners, and he's, you know, look at his goals and his assists.
But can you risk
since he's come back? I say, you know, no doubt that since he's come back we've conceded more goals, but you know, I still think.
But again, McNeil's been in goal at the same time, to be honest.
Okay, you've never given McNeil a chance, never.
Yeah, but I
think we're all kind of big David McGunn fans. I think that whole stand is big David McGunn fans. I think, you know, there's an obvious divide between who's number one and who's number two, but you know, I think
the manager made decisions.
Yeah, and then on Saturday, you know, he made 2 or 3 really good saves. You know, he's shown that he's a good shot stopper. But, you know, last couple of weeks he's not come for crosses, he's struggled with his kicking, and he doesn't look comfortable, he doesn't look confident. It's what he was, because we seen him, you know, when he first played against Stirling the first time round, when he played against Morton that day, we went through to Greenock as well. You know, he was confident at coming and getting balls and kicking balls, but then, you know, the last couple of weeks it just seems as though we panic as well. The back four panics, we just go back to the keeper all the time. The definitive on the second goal, then who's to blame? Where's the blame go?
What? Campbell?
Andy or
it's got to be McNeil. I mean, if you're going to come out, you've got to make sure you're going to get a good connection.
I think so. I don't think he has any reason to come out. I mean, I think Campbell is desperately hoping he's going to usher that back.
I think Campbell's beat the guys. I think And I can't remember. Is the guy ahead of Campbell, or is Campbell?
No, Campbell. I think he kind of catches up with Campbell, but I don't know if Campbell's going to chest it back, header it back, or worst case if McNeil comes, he smashes it in the stand. But I think when Andy
the ball took a wicked bounce, though, but he volleys it like
he's. But then he just smashed it straight in the guy.
But it did look like he made quite a good contact with it. It was just he just aimed it right at his body shape, aimed it right at the striker.
I think we should stop talking about that. You know what I mean? People can blame McNeil, but the fact of the matter is he made a couple of really great saves in that game.
And that McGlynn is stupid to keep him in goal on Saturday, to be honest.
You think so? Well, I suppose if it's one mistake and you're dropped, then he's got.
If it's one mistake and you've dropped, then he's.
Well, I think you have to say, I can't blame him when saving shots. McNeil is a good keeper when he comes to shot stopping, but really overall, McGunn has to be a better player.
So, what does he start on Saturday?
I think I don't know. You can never tell with John McGlynn, can you?
I know. I agree with you there. I think as soon as the goal went in, I thought David McGunn will be back next Saturday. Now I think Andy McNeil will start on Saturday. I don't know. I think there's something else behind the scenes that we don't know about. Yeah, I think so.
Well, there's rumours about Partick Thistle.
There are rumours there, but I think there has to be something else behind the scenes, because there's no way someone like McGunn is getting kept out of the team, given that Andy's made that mistake on Saturday. If there's not other reason behind that.
I think McNeil will start this again, but
I don't know. I mean, the confidence seems to be. I feel nervous every time we go forward.
Confidence is drained at the back four, no doubt, in the last couple of weeks.
It was every time Cowden went forward in that second half, it looked like they were going to score.
We're beginning to get.
This is Cowden Beath. This is. No.
I don't know if we need more solid left and right backs, or if it's just a case of the.
Most goals come through the centre of the pitch, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking the two centre backs are just not getting enough.
But how often do we see goals where the boy comes in, crosses it in, and then someone heads it in? Never. It's never that. It's players are running at us.
It's ironic given that McGunn likes to play two quite deep holding centre midfield players. Usually Simmons and Davidson are pretty much alongside Campbell and Murray, but the last couple of weeks it's just been a case of just too much wide open spaces. And then a narrow angle goal as well. No, I think that was just a case of typical Rovers when
I think they completely bottled it.
So-called weaker teams come to time. Exactly. It's a case of we gummed into their level and just start hoofing the ball, because it's a case of we turn up and expect to win the games. That's the problem. That's been a fundamental problem from day one.
We always up our game against the Falkirk, the Dundees, the Dunfermlines.
I mean, then Mark Campbell in his interview said we played well the last 2 weeks before the Cowden Beath game, but yet they actually only picked up 3 points. So it's not a case of playing well, it's picking up points. And I think that once again, they played poor on Saturday and deserve.
We still managed to get a wee.
Still managed to get out a point.
A draw, which was get out of jail. 1 point, it could have been 3, it could have been none.
Well, wait, Sterling, what's the predictions, Matthew?
I want to say a Rovers win, but at the moment I'm not sure.
Get a grip, man.
Well, come on, after that performance anything can happen with the Rovers. They never do it the simple way, do they? They never go and play Cowden Beath at home and win 3-0 and comfortably take a lead into next week. You'd expect that. You always expect the unexpected with the Rovers, so I'm going for 1-1. 1-1.
Honestly, I've never seen that coming. Right, Kyle, your prediction?
We can't keep a clean sheet, to be honest. I was going to say 1-0 to us, but 2-1 to us.
Right, obviously I'd love to say 4-0, but it's going to be...
Your favourite scoreline?
But it's going to be 2-1 Rovers, yeah, it's the same as you, Kyle. Still going to keep a clean sheet at the minute, that's the problem. Not score, and it just doesn't look like we're going to score.
I know. Ask me again on Saturday.
But just keep listening, guys. I hope we're still doing okay.
Yeah, and like the page.
Like
people listening.
Like the Facebook page. It's the Raith Rovers Club. Just post anything you want up there. Videos, pictures, whatever.
We've only got 11 followers.
Yeah.
Questions.
I'll try and get updates in the game and sort of team news and all the rest of it up. I just like every time I go to the game, I think my Shanbury just busted it out. Okay, guys. So see you at Stirling. And thanks very much for coming.
Bye. Cheerio.